come again to Kenya. Come again. Ram Papa. Welcome to Kenya. This is my jam down. Welcome to Kenya. This is where we are free. Welcome to Kenya. Don't you just laugh how we living here. Welcome to Kenya. Yes,
I've been faded, I've been naked, in different places, many faces, X-rated, I've been patient, I've been waiting, no other one that's come around can do the things you do. Bookie come around, we smoke a lot, Canadian pot, G's and bomb, catch a wine, dance bounce along, baby, bounce along. Wine and dine, made your mind, it's a clear sign that no other one that's come around can do the things you do. Nobody else can match my energy. Cheesy come my yeah. Cheesy come my yeah. We up all night and still we tryna be busy on the AM. Cheesy come my yeah. Cheesy come my yeah. Cheesy come my yeah. Oh yeah. Cheesy come my yeah. Cheesy come my yeah.
I've been faded, serenaded, celebrated. Ooh, very patient. See, I'm not so complicated. Ooh, come on my mind. Your toes are juicy, align. Moyo kapiga sign, kisha underline. Only free because you let me be. That's the love I want for me. Long time was so baridi. Can't deny the chemistry. Come on my mind. Tuka align. Tuka bigger sign.
Nobody else can match my energy. Cheesy come my yeah. Cheesy come my yeah. We up all night and still we tryna be busy on the AM. Cheesy come my yeah. Cheesy come my yeah. Oh yeah. Cheesy come my yeah. Cheesy come my yeah. Cheesy come my yeah. Oh yeah. Cheesy come my yeah.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
The operation nice and fitty. Roll one up, yeah. Things it can get tricky. Napenda kumedi na mziki. Kama ni mapenzi then baby, ulinifanyia nini? Cause I really wanna get time to get to know ya. Like any time flies, Ndaku treat like I'm supposed to. If you just let me show ya, Ndaku put rest on my chest and my shoulders. I must have on my tele. I think him and I fell in love overnight there. Loving him since then. I must have on my tele. I think him and I fell in love overnight there. Loving him since then.
Without you by my side, I swear I'm not able to face this thing called life. I feel I'm not stable. So you are my lifeline, my only power cable. Oh, my amiable. Look at the stars, shining so bright to get your attention. But we're so in love, so magical. I'll never love again. Believe it's planning a future now. And when we make love, you taking all the pain away. Otina timranade, universal love me ani chango atonde nate. Pokna yudo machalo kodi ale moni ani bende. Abide Lwanda ni Lwanda mi geno. Okana go pain, okana podi. I must have fun my tele. I think she and I fell in love overnight. Wanted her since then. I must have fun my tele. I think she and I fell in love overnight. Wanted her since then. Without you by my side, I swear I'm not able to face this thing called life. I feel I'm not stable. So you are my lifeline, my only power cable. Oh, my amiable. Without you by my side, I swear I'm not able to face this thing called life. I feel I'm not stable. So you are my lifeline, my only power cable. Oh, my amiable.
Was so scared to fall in love again, but your touch is everything. Niseni, siseme, when you're my everything. Scared to fall in love again, cause your touch is everything. Niseni, siseme, when you're my everything. When you're my everything. When you're my everything. When you're my everything. Oh, was so scared to fall in love again, cause your touch is everything. Niseni, siseme, when you're my everything. Ah.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
A very good morning. Welcome to the Pawa Morning Drive show. My name is Wanyoike. I am your host on this 25th of November. Oh my God, 2024. Why are you running? We are already out of the woods, man. I don't even understand how this year has gone. But hey, not to worry. It is a very chilly and cold morning. Very rainy, actually. I do not know why Nairobi weather feels the need to do us dirty like this. What is this London weather doing in Nairobi? I don't get it. But you know what? Not to worry, because we have a lineup of amazing conversations coming your way to keep you warm and fuzzy. So you can grab your coffee as you listen in to the Power Morning Drive show, the home of big and very pertinent conversations. Remember, you can get in touch with us on our social media handles. We are at Power Radio across Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, as well as X. You can also at me directly at on my X, I am at the Wanyoike, and also on Instagram, you can find me at Wanjiko Wanyoike. You can also get this live broadcast live. We are on YouTube. So what I'm gonna do is that I am going to give you just 2 seconds to go right now. Yes, as I speak to you, just go onto YouTube. Tafuta Power Radio pale YouTube. Kindly subscribe to our channel. It's absolutely free. And you know what? Do not forget to hit the notification bell so that whenever we go live, you are notified and catch on and get with the program on whatever it is that is happening on this side where we tune in and power up. You can also get this live broadcast on our website. We are at www.powerradio. No, I always get this confused. Let me do this one more time. www.power254.org/power radio. My God, my enemies have been working overtime, but we finally made it. All right, so, but before we get into anything, let me get you to work, because the roads are looking quite busy this morning, and I think it's because of the rainfall. We've been experiencing some showers in parts of the country and actually parts of Nairobi. So let's start off right with Langata Road. Langata Road, kama kawaida, things are always smooth until we get to around Western, Wilson, that area of Dam Estate. Vitu ziko bumper to bumper. Same situation going on at where is this? Mombasa Road. Also, kumeshikana pale Capital Center as you go towards town, Bellevue pale. The same situation happening along Jogoo Road. Kumeshikana kama kitu ingine. We also have Thika Road, obviously, from Survey Kwanza. Things are bumper to bumper. Kiambu Road, same situation. In fact, today I'm being told they are on 3 lanes going into town. Pale DCI, mambo yameshikana, msongamano kidogo hapa na pale, but within no time you guys will be out of the woods. So just a little bit of some minutes and you will be in town safe and sound. Muranga Road also looking quite busy, especially as you go towards the Globe roundabout. We also have the same situation happening along, where is this? Lower Kabete Road, actually looking quite busy this morning. All the way from Zen Garden to Silver Springs, vitu zimeshikana, Silver Springs police station. Vitu zimeshikana kama kitu ingine. I can also see the same situation along Peponi Road as well, off Kitsuru Road, bumper to bumper. It goes on and on and on, mpaka pale Westgate Shopping Mall. Limuru Road is also looking quite hefty this morning. It's a little bit of a snarl up, also it's slow but moving, but naona imeshikana from all the way from the village market down towards Karura as you go into the Muthaiga intersection. The vitu zimeshikana bumper to bumper. I can also see the same happening also along Magadi Road, kutoka Rongai pale vitu zimeshikana kidogo tu, but they clear out as you head towards Galleria as well. The same situation is happening also along, did I mention Mombasa Road? Yes, Cabanas, I did mention that. But that is what is happening across major Juja Road is also looking busy this morning. I can see that kumeshikana kutoka pale Mau Road intersection all the way down till intersection near Ring Road Ngara. Things are looking not so good on your end. It's the same, looking the same this morning. Ngong Road pia kumeshikana sana from the intersection from the Southern Bypass down into Junkie, as we used to call it, a Junction Mall, down towards Prestige Plaza. Things are also looking quite busy this morning, but just a little bit of patience and you guys will be out of the woods within no time. Wanyoike Way is also looking quite busy this morning. Ninaona pale ABC Place place kumeshikana kidogo. Also as you go into Red Hill, from Red Hill Road, pia mambo zimeshikana. Gashie is also looking quite busy this morning. As you go towards Nyari, kumeshikana bumper to bumper, but as soon as you get out of that intersection, things fall into place. Remember, you can get in touch with us again. The hashtag to use is hashtag Pawa Morning Drive. Let's get into some music, and then when we come back, we talk about our local and international news roundup. Keep it Power Radio.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
For the lovers in the house. Tafuta penzi lako, mshike kwa mikono, mwangalie ndani ya macho, mpeleke kando, na umwambie commit a crime and I'll be your defender. Overpower me so that I surrender. I wish I could be your saliva, so that I could taste your lips whenever. I envy your hipster, vile inakushika kwa kwa kweli manzi umebarikiwa, ndio maana tunaimba hallelujah. I wish I could be your shoe, I would have such a beautiful view. And if I was the slit on your dress, my goal in life would be to aim for the highest. If only I could be your body lotion, I would walk with undivided devotion. Kila siku nakufikiria, ndio maana nasinzia nikikuwaza, nasinzia nikikuwaza, miaka rudi miaka nenda, nasinzia nikikuwaza, nasinzia nikikuwaza, nasinzia nikikuwaza, kila siku ya kalenda, nasinzia nikikuwaza, chochote utafanya nitafuata, nitachora 8 ukichora 7, and I promise I will never be a player. You're my red card, no longer middle fielder. Be my wife and I'll be your bogey bender, and let no man try to lay asunder. Na wakijaribu kutulei asanda, Mungu moja nitawapiga ngeta. Na kama ungekuwa ngoma, ningependa kukuwa amplifier. I will amplify and equalizer, paka hata matiuta sitachuna. Nasinzia nikikuwaza, nasinzia nikikuwaza, miaka rudi miaka nenda, nasinzia nikikuwaza, nasinzia nikikuwaza, nasinzia nikikuwaza, kila siku ya kalenda, nasinzia nikikuwaza. This comes from the deepest part of my heart, the deepest part of my heart. This comes from the empty hole in my soul, the empty hole in my soul. This comes from the highest point of my spirit. If you know what I'm saying, then you will feel it. Feel it. This comes from the deepest part of my heart, the deepest part of my heart. This comes from the empty hole in my soul, the empty hole in my soul. This comes from the highest point of my spirit. If you know what I'm saying, then you will feel it. Feel it. Nasinzia nikikuwaza, nasinzia nikikuwaza, miaka rudi miaka nenda, nasinzia nikikuwaza, nasinzia nikikuwaza,
Power Radio. Tune in and power up.
Wanipigia sishiki, wanitumia ujumbe sijibu. Sijui ni kwa nini, I wish ningekuwa na majibu. I don't want to disappoint you, so I would rather avoid you. But believe me, I feel you, na ni kweli ninajaribu. Lakini moyo wangu huenda du. Every time I think of me and you, I'm afraid that I am going to love you, then later I am going to lose you. Moyo wangu huenda du. Every time I think of me and you, I'm afraid that I am going to love you. But I'm gonna try yeah, and give a chance Utano lo miluka yeah. Kifuna uko pumelela yeah. Oh. My brain goes 100 miles an hour. I think of everything that could go sour. My heart really wants this to work out, and I'm terrified of getting a blackout. Lord, forgive me, I have been running away from my true feelings. And it's time to stop being afraid and face my true self. Lakini moyo wangu huenda du. Every time I think of me and you, I'm afraid that I am going to love you, then later I am going to lose you. Moyo wangu huenda du. Every time I think of me and you, I'm afraid that I am going to love you. But I'm gonna try yeah, and give a chance Utano lo miluka yeah. Kifuna uko pumelela I'm gonna try Utano lo miluka Utano lo miluka Kifuna uko pumelela 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 I'm gonna try for you. 'Cause I'm gonna try for you. I'm gonna give my love to you.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio. Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Power Radio.
All right, welcome back to the Pawa Morning Drive show. My name is Wanyoike. I'm your host, and you are listening in to Power Radio, where we tune in and power up. Remember, you can get in touch with us on our social media handles. We are at Power Radio across all socials, and also the hashtag to use is hashtag Power Morning Drive. Now, as promised earlier, we have a lot has been happening, so let's get into our I beg your pardon, into our day's local and international news. And I start off with the Standard newspaper. Let's see what the dailies have to say. On the cover page of the Standard newspaper, it reads, Money, Power, Respect Inside the Catholic Church Empire. So that's a story that has been highlighted. And then on the sub cover page, we have Mudavadi takes Raila's AUC drive to Angola, a story that has been highlighted on page 3 of the Standard newspaper. Business page 19, governors say that they need their money now. Then when it comes to world news, Trump plan could ruin economy. So that's what we shall be looking at. On our international news rounder. But let's cross our borders now down south to Angola, where the AUC chairmanship is currently happening at the International Conference on the Great Lakes region. That is the ICGLR meeting in Angola, where the Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi has accompanied Raila Odinga, who is on the race to becoming the next chairman of the Africa Union Commission, a member that he is actually up against Mohamed Ali Yusuf from Djibouti and some other two candidates from, I think one from Madagascar, I forget which the other one is, but it has been quite a tight race for Raila there, and so for his push, and we've been seeing that a lot of they've been taking a lot of Kenyan leaders have been taking the initiative for themselves to go. We just saw not earlier on, right? I think mid-year 2024, the FOCAC summit, that is the Africa-China summit that was happening in Beijing, which saw 54 heads of state going to China to meet with the Chinese government. Also, that was an opportunity for Kenyan leaders to actually go and continue pushing for the Raila bid to becoming the next chairman of the Africa Union Commission. So during his address at the Great Lakes Region conference in Angola, the Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi had this to say, addressing the leaders and the delegates, that, and I quote, "Allow me to inform this distinguished gathering that Kenya has presented her candidature for the position of chairperson of the AUC at the elections to be held during the Assembly of Heads of State and Government of the Africa Union in February 2024. He continues, "On behalf of the government and the people of Kenya, I request the support of the member states of the ICGLR for Raila, Kenya's candidate for the AUC chairperson," he said. And he also continued to say that, he started stating the fact that Raila has had a long track record and long political career that has championed for regional integration and fostered continental unity, development, and also economic transformation. And of course, you'll remember that Raila was in charge of the infrastructure at the AU before he decided that, he's going to take up this AUC chairmanship. And well, in one end, I do understand why it feels as if they are campaigning, in any way, in any political thing, which the AUC is obviously very high political. Is that there's nothing like over campaigning, and so you find that they understand the dynamics here are different. Baba could be Baba and popular, in Kenya, but that is not necessarily going to mean that he's placed at a better position to be the next AUC chairman, because regional politics are not necessarily national politics. And then, of course, there's the other aspect where the Africa Union is the dynamics of it work within Anglophone. So you find that Anglophone countries, which are the English-speaking countries, you vote as one block. Then we also have Francophone countries, which are the majority French-speaking countries, which actually make also quite a good number in Africa. You would be surprised. And then we also have Lusophones. Now, Lusophones, we don't have a lot of them, but those are the ones that speak Portuguese. We're talking about Angola, Mozambique, and those kinds of countries. And then we also have, which is the other one? No, those are the three main ones. So you see the dynamics of the AUC chairmanship is, first of all, the blocks. The blocks are based on the language widely spoken within the region that this leader comes from. And then take to consideration also the track record of the leaders that are coming into power. You see, for Raila Odinga, yes, we might feel, or rather we might have one or two things to say that, is very displeasing, or rather looks quite unsettling for even his work in the Kenyan political arena. You cannot completely say that he is clean. Nobody in politics anyway is ever clean 100%. Of course, there are some allegations here and there, but I think him being the leader of opposition in Kenya for a very long time, and of course him being also able to be seen as this iconic leader who pulls crowds and is able to be in rooms, and he's also seen as an African elder, which I never quite understand that whole thing, why we seem to respect or honor people who have that elder vibe to them. It somehow creates a picture in our minds that this one could take on responsibilities as big as the AUC chairmanship, because at the end of the day, you're trying to look at a person who can speak into issues within the whole African continent. We're talking about 54, 55 countries, and you have to have a certain a level of grace, a level of intention as well, level of understanding of global politics as well. You have to understand regional politics, the ins and the outs, at least, of the economy, for example, how it works. Of course, Raila, well, he poses himself as a person who is very pro-African development, pro-economic transformation, pro this Pan-Africanist idealism that every leader that has ever been great in this from this continent, it's a philosophy that they've been pushing. We talk about the Kwame Nkrumahs, we talk about the Nelson Mandelas, we talk about the Thomas Sankaras of this world, people and leaders who were able to see that the betterment of their continent is going to benefit their countries as well. And so it wasn't just about being great at what they do from a local point of view, but for them, the liberation of Africa meant the liberation. For them, liberation meant the liberation of Africa, not only for their countries. And so I think that's what we are continuously seeing, but not to be blinded by Ali Yusuf from Muhammad Ali Yusuf of Djibouti as well. He's looking quite good in this race. A lot of people are really backing him up in this race, and so we might really feel, as Kenyans, we might feel that we have something good going on for us. But again, let's not forget that the dynamics of the AUC are completely on a different level. And so let's wait and see. To February 2025, we will have already known who takes this home. But of course, it would be good for Kenya if Raila Odinga made it to the AUC chairmanship, because a lot of the deliberations, whether it comes to when it comes to the economic and developmental agenda, having somebody from your home gives you the leeway to kind of push for the betterment of your countries first. And so when it comes to implementation of regional development plans and agendas, there's an opportunity for you to kind of like access this implementation before the rest make it to the room, just because the person that yields and wields power is in proximity, right? Because again, that's how geopolitics are set out for. So enough with the AUC chairmanship. I mean, good luck to Raila Odinga, and let's see how that goes. But moving on swiftly to a story here that is rather disturbing. On the page 5 of the Standard newspaper, the patients with non-communicable diseases, the NCDs in Homa Bay, are urging the county government to provide them with medication at sub-county hospitals. Through the Homa Bay County NCD Patients Organization, individuals living with NCDs, which are non-communicable diseases in the county, have expressed concern over the lack of essential drugs in major government hospitals within their sub-counties. The organization's chairman, Edward Ochieng, said patients are suffering due to their inability to access medication at nearby health facilities, and saying that, they've been forced to even probably spend up to 2,000 shillings only on transport to access medication. And so again, it's a pathology of Kenya's healthcare system. We just really need to figure out our healthcare system. That's all I'm gonna say. When Uhuru was in power, he came out with the Big Four agenda. And one of the Big Four agenda was universal healthcare. It feels as if every president I know always has an agenda around making and bettering the healthcare system and making it universal. But what does that mean? I mean, we just, 2 months or so after the migration or the transition from NHIF into the Social Health Authority. And so if at all you are saying that it was supposed to be better for Kenyans to be able to access healthcare and medication, then why are we having issues like people not being able to access their medication and within even nearby facilitation healthcare facilities? And then I do not forget that under our constitution, healthcare is a devolved function of the government. So we also need to figure out how that can translate not just on paper but also into the actual county levels, right? That when we have a level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hospital in some random rural area, for example in Kajiado County, deep rural parts, we should be experiencing the same kind of quality, right? Whether it comes to staffing of doctors, whether it comes to facilitation, facilities, the drugs, we're talking about, sanitation and hygiene. Some of this, even this Kenyatta here, a big referral hospital, national hospital, East and Central Africa, and some of these big hospitals are also in deplorable state. Yet this is a place where somebody is supposed to go and get treated, and you find something as small as maybe cleaning the rooms is not done as properly, or the food that is being served there is not done well. And then you can't make money off of people's bodies. Like, it's a cash cow. Unfortunately, that's the sad reality of the world that we live in. Healthcare is a cash cow in this country, and so we need to figure out a way to ensure that our people are well taken care of. And then the page 6 of the Kenyan of the Standard newspaper, the story there that I had captured, or rather I had talked about, the Roman Catholic Church empire, faith, wealth, influence, and controversy in Kenya. And of course, this is a story that was sparked by the Kenya Conference of Catholic Bishops that they had a press briefing last week to criticize the government about some of the ills that they have been observing from a church point of view. And so this story, I think you can grab your copy of the Standard newspaper. It spreads across on page 6 and page 7 of the Standard newspaper. It basically looks at the influence of the Catholic Church and how it's set up. And one of the reasons as to why it's important is because, or rather, one of the things that it speaks about is, the local and international influence that the Catholic Church has had in governments world over. We also have their entrenchment in education and healthcare. I mean, there's a list here about the many Catholic Church wealth through schools and hospitals. I can see that in Nyanza region, we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hospitals by the Catholic Church. We also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 schools, and that is only Nyanza region. When it comes to coastal region, we have 4 hospitals, and some of them are big hospitals. And then we also have 5 schools. Then that is just the coastal region alone. Same goes for central Kenya, and one of the big names is Akina Mangu High School, Loreto, Bishop Gatimu. We also have St. Mary's Boys High School, such stories like that. The same also goes for Rift Valley region. And so the story really is just capturing how the influence of the church in the Catholic Church in our society has always been a thing that they've set out to do. And they do this, again, by entrenching the systems. Of course, where we need education, they have decided to step in. Where we need healthcare, they have decided to step in there. It's also, the Catholic Church is also known for a lot of charity work as well. And so, but again, it's a problem because, and why I do say it's a problem is, the government is essentially is the one that is supposed to be providing for us this. For example, if it's healthcare, for example, if it's world class education, world-class healthcare systems, besides the spiritual nourishment, it's a great responsibility, of course, and it's a good gesture for them to be able to set up systems and choose to offer these social services. But at the failure of the government, that is what that's where the problem comes in. So if you want more lowdown on that story, grab your copy of the Standard newspaper on page 6 and page 7 of the newspaper and read about that. And then crossing borders now to our international news roundup as we bring this to a close. Trump's mass deportation plan could end up hurting the United States economy. Wow. Now, President-elect, he's not yet even been inaugurated. As you just saw, November 5th saw him winning with a, landslide into his second presidency in the history of the United States presidency. President-elect Donald Trump's hardline immigration proposals, including a controversial mass deportation plan, could prove economically damaging, analysts say, with U.S. sectors that rely heavily on foreign workers like agriculture and construction, especially hard hit. U.S. authorities estimate that there are around 11 million unauthorized people living in the United States, the vast majority of whom come from Mexico. Around 8.3 million unauthorized people were in the labor force in 2022, according to a recent estimate from the Pew Research Center that was equivalent to just under the 5% of the overall workforce. And of course, this deportation, Donald Trump has always been obsessed with deporting people. On paper, it feels as if he's doing the right thing because, again, we all know that he's an American nationalist. And what that means is that for anything to make sense, Americans have to come first. So at the expense of Americans, if black people or immigrants have been taking up the jobs of his Americans, then he's going to send them home. And you remember when he was building a wall to stop Mexicans from climbing in, which I don't understand how that makes sense. It will never make sense to me. And then again, we have to also know historically the nation, America has been built on the backs of immigrants. When we talk about the 400-year-long slavery, and I would say 400-year-long slavery, just for the purpose of this discussion. But when you look at how the black minorities are treated in the United States, they really never left the cotton plantations because they are still not treated in the best of ways. But I digress. That's a conversation for another day. So it's unfair for the government of the United States to feel as if now they are doing well, the economy has stabilized, and then now they want to kick out the people, the very people and the children and the descendants of the very people that built that country to the point where it is right now. Talk about black families, immigrants, if you want to meet maybe people from all different parts of the world, I promise you can get them in the, for example, cosmopolitan and global city like New York. So America would not be in the place that it is right now, economically, socially, culturally, technologically, if it was not built on the backs of those people that the Trump presidency and administration is seeming to want now to start deporting them. So it's unfair on all the people that have worked so tirelessly to be able to bring America to this, superpower, whatever you want to call it. So they need to figure out a better way, but deportation will definitely never be an answer to that problem. And that, folks, leads us to the end of our local and international news roundup. We're already coming to the top of the next hour, where we are going to be talking about the woman experience. Now, for those that do not know, 25th November all the way till 10th of December marks the 16 days of activism against GBV, or that sexual and gender-based violence against women and girls the world over. And this year's theme is Oranging the World, which means that we need to start having conversations, or rather moving from conversations and building towards the implementation of the state of gender-based violence, and what can we do as world leaders, activists, all those people, anyone that is in the space of running and pushing the agenda of the safety and promotion of the safety of women and girls in the world over. So on our discussion today, we have two amazing poets, and they are poets and activists as well, who are using their poetry and their artistic works and voices to speak on these issues of gender-based violence. We have Pet, the poet, and of course the revolutionary Spita are with us today, and we shall be talking about a production that they've put together, speaking about the ills and the social injustices that face women and girls, specifically towards sexual and gender-based violence. So you do want to stick around for that conversation as we get into it at the top of the hour. All right, let me take a quick breather and we come back and get right into it. This is Power Radio.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Power Radio.
This is Hendrix Sam.
Misikatai, unanidai, akiwalahi, ninaogopa sitadinai. I want you to lie, ni vile I'm trying to find good love, baby, I'll be the one for you. I'm trying to be the best version of myself. If you wait for me, I don't need nobody else. I'm trying to find good love, maybe, and I'll be the one for you.
Yes, you have to flip it. Twende biashara boss. Okay, mina biashara, close in tada, flow so tight as Chris Cantata, young in pala, ass like Prada. Na kama wezi shikanisha basi weni fala, basi weni fala. Mina enda pale kila kitu dola dola. President Moi Kibaki wanahola, naonesha kido. Tubo kubwa kama Rick Ross. Pesa zetu munafanyia what? Kazi kwa vijana, pesa kwa maboss. Wacha kuwa Flozz. Ati wasanii wata get ganji 2030. Nitakuwa 54 made under 30. Yes, bere tamo huko ashati ya kaki, check karatasi kareke. Yeah, kareke. Mini STL, the bigger, the better. IMC on the mic, come tester. He be a shot. West End, Tari C. Na Kausen, Sikuski. Biashara ne, biashara. Okinyo na hawe niye dige hara. Okinyo na hawe niye dige hara. Okinyo na hawe niye dige hara. Biashara ne, biashara. Biashara ne, biashara. Biashara ne, biashara. Okinyo na hawe niye dige hara.
Biashara niko busy na mziki ndo wanigwizi. Na flongine maji utadhani gidi. In other words niko tena jaba. Junilisikia pia kukula main is swag. From the business land, Nairobi to be specific. Crew cat popos, not changa illicit. River Road baby, that's where you're gonna find me. I be getting my money fast, calling people hadharani. Niko na M-Pesa cooperative, niko na equity. Pesa ni mingi nimevisha so many na publicity. Paparazzi piga mapicha then tuzione BPC. Dashika mamita busy mejipa juu nimesign na DTP. Be a shower baby, what it do Miss Stella? I'm the man with the power so I make you feel like Cinderella. And I'm making the shower so hope you got your umbrellas. Always be a shower baby Stella, go ahead and tell him.
Biashara ne, biashara. Okinyo na hawe niye dige hara. Okinyo na hawe niye dige hara. Okinyo na hawe niye dige hara. Biashara ne, biashara. Biashara ne, biashara. Biashara ne, biashara. Okinyo na hawe niye dige hara.
Nikiwa na STL suna geography walikali. Jumupenda kuchiugamu unaweza nipata hali. Assalamu alaikum walaikum salam. Mi upenda M-Pesa pesa pap na M-Shwari. Hasla mbayo pildo kama ndizi. Mi pick and peel uyu boy sini mjuisi. Easy flow cheesy kama tiba. Na ziko on point ka Abdu Badida. Biashara leta pesa weka deo kwenye mkeka. Mina leta heka flow natika Professor Christoph ndo anatesa. Kila time weka pressure pima na tape mesha kula Ethiopia na poebesha. Anapenda Rose na yesi amba. Ni kama vindio uneza dhani ni mkamba. Biashara ndo mi ulamba. Taseme nifanya mweupe squeezy kapamba.
Biashara ne, biashara. Okinyo na hawe niye dige hara. Okinyo na hawe niye dige hara. Okinyo na hawe niye dige hara. Biashara ne, biashara. Biashara ne, biashara. Biashara ne, biashara. Okinyo na hawe niye dige hara. Dige hara.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Power Radio.
She says she's okay. I don't believe her. There's just something about the way she turned her back on me. I know in my mind I'll never leave her. There's just something about the way we love each other right. And even though we fight all night and day, sometimes in love there can be pain. And even though we need a little break, I know that you'll come back to me. You know that I'll come back to you. 'Cause that's when you'll start to feel my love. Feel it. That's when you feel it. That's when you start to feel my love. Feel it. That's when you feel it. Na 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 na. Usiponipenda nitapendwa na nani? Nitakuwa mgeni wa nani? Ukiwa mbali nami nabaki tabani. Ona nahisi kisirani hawa haina maana. Nina wewe kuzozana, mbona tunasimangana? Hatuwezi semezana my love, haina maana. Nina wewe kuzozana, mbona tunasimangana? Hatuwezi semezana. And even though we fight all night and day, I know sometimes in love there can be pain. And even though we need a break, I know that you come back to me. And you know that I'll come back to you. And that's when you start to feel my love. Feel it. That's when you feel it. That's when you start to feel my love. Feel it. That's when you feel it. And even if we fight all night and day, I know sometimes in love there can be pain. And even if we need a little break, I know that you come back to me. You know that I'll come back to you. And that's when you start to feel my love.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Power Radio.
This goes out to our mothers, those who sang a dirge before they could sing a wedding song, or sang a dirge after singing a wedding song. Their lives are like a free Spotify account on shuffle, song after song, hoping a lullaby would come by and put the nightmares to eternal sleep. This goes out to that campus girl who needs pills to sleep. She gets academic D's for rejecting a lecturer's D, and all her parents can think of is that asome kwa bidii. Her esteem is bruised from all the undoing she's been accused. This goes out to that loving wife who's routinely abused. Yet her parents tell her to stick on because she's the magnet pulling them out of poverty. This goes out to all the women who've been sold out as property. A reminder that your value counts to infinity and that you have no price. You are the goddamn prize. This goes out to all the women who getting verbally stabbed is no longer a surprise. This goes out to that neighbor who sheltered that crying woman that fateful night. You are a hero in your own right. This goes out those of us who grew up in violent homes. How I pray your heavy hearts lead you to the light. This goes out to victims of madness, of gender hate, of bipolar partners, of marital rape. This goes out to all the women who from toxic environments are trying to escape. You are heroes, even without capes. This goes out to all the men who fall in love with damaged women and walk with them through healing. To the men who understand that sometimes for a woman to feel safe around you beats all feelings. This goes out to our fathers who loved and did right by our mothers. This goes out to that woman and every other woman doing something right for peaceful coexistence to redefine. This goes out to whom I.
In my country, Politics has zero ideology. Just tribal kings who get praised in their eulogy. And this piece is real. I'm not just trying to paint an analogy. On election day, me and my peers, absent without apology, leadership screwed, population screwed, a government that screws 47 million, you can call it an OG. I write rhymes about hunger. I'm turning a malady into a melody. I wake up yawning, demanding for my share of the daily 2 billion. Parents burying kids in Baringo. Kids walk hungry to school because their parents queued on election day and voted for the wrong leaders. Did I just call them leaders? Kids are readers, reading about our founding fathers. But if news is fake, imagine history. The victory at independence was not enough to rename our lake. We still stuck with Victoria because it's fashionable and it's no secret. My homeboy says he'll one day vie for presidency to set precedents. I'm tensed. Do we still choose presidents? Or is it just something in the past tense? Writers should write sick pieces, for that is the only way the nation would realize it needs healing. Fuel prices rising by the shilling. The guys we voted in using our taxes to make a killing. Police guns are being used in killings. Parliament is our worst punishment. 16% VAT on LPG gas. We don't know what's cooking. We don't know what we'll cook with. Population struggling and straddling. We become playful adults dancing to the playlist in our brains. Some playlists are on repeat that the government of the day is sleeping even before night falls. There are PR guys out here. Relax, guys. It's just a power nap. We'll open soon, perhaps. For now, beat traffic congestion to beat the curfew to avoid beatings. Kids in school learning about the 3 arms of government, forgetting the 4th arm that loots. The one that steals, the one responsible for this and steal. At a time when the state has made the citizen state of mind. A privileged politician is tweeting poverty is in the mindset. Policy gamers are playing games with sportsmen. They're forgetting the rap guys need to go back to the pitch and give it a try, pun intended. A goalkeeper is not paid enough to save for his goals, another pun intended. A DJ was short, long story short, no shoes. We just have to dance to their music. Shoe plugs out there doing their thing. All is left of us is to fit our feet in those shoes and start the long walk to freedom. Writers should write sick pieces, for that is the only way the nation would realize it needs healing.
Snap, snap, snap. We. Mambo yamewaka huku. Ladies and gentlemen, those were 2 pieces from the illustrious Pet the Poet and the illustrious revolutionary... Hey.
Hello,
Kaidre.
Hello.
Revolutionary.
Yes.
Watu wa Murima. Spita. Yeah. It's a spita.
Yeah.
It's a spitter.
It's
a spitter. Chapa ifam.
Yeah.
Amazing. Hey, muko na mambo various.
Yeah.
Let's first start with the 2 pieces that you guys have done. What was your piece about? Yes. Hey, manze, nimesikia uko vitu mpaka hata mimi umeniguza. I am the prize. You are the prize.
You are the prize.
Hebu tuambie, where was your mind when you are framing this piece, and what was it about?
This piece is from the collection of the show, Women Experience, and basically I'm gonna give 2 flowers to like
the ladies,
to the ladies,
the women's,
and wherever these flowers are finding them at. So kuna le mempata shule, kuna le ako home, and just to say, you know what, I'm seeing you mahali uko, I'm seeing what you're going through, and it's gonna be all right.
Yes.
Yeah. So just identify them and give them their flowers.
Yes.
And give them a virtual hug.
Right.
Or something like that. Yeah. Telling them you're gonna niko na nyinyi kwa.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing, and we will talk more about that.
Yes.
Then Mr. Pet the Poet.
Yeah.
Nimesikia huku a government that screws 47 million people, we can call it an OG. Umekasirikia watu. OG. What was that piece about?
Okay, that piece is titled Symptoms of an Ailing Nation. It's just a piece that paints a picture of a political scene. From both divides, from the elites, from the political class, and also from the voters' side. Yeah, so it's a piece of my debut album that was titled Trust Issues with the Tissue. So it's an album that talks about things that we trust to get the job done, but
Right.
really never get the job done. Because I believe if you have your shoe and you step on some dirty stuff, you'll probably wash it with a piece of cloth or maybe clean it using water. But when we use the loo, we trust the tissue on our bodies.
Right.
So we trust the tissue to get the job done, but really never get the job done. So that is one piece out of the album. It's titled Symptoms of an Ailing Nation. It just paints the political scene from both the electorate and the leaders we elect. I believe the leaders are a replica of what the electorate is, in as much as we try to distance ourselves from them. They just mirror what the electorate is. So symptoms of an ailing nation.
Wow. So, I mean, at this level, your work has introduced yourself, but let's come back and introduce yourselves now. And first of all, you guys have very interesting names, but I guess, artists, you always have to think outside the box. Yeah, so kindly, for the people, the one or two people who might not know who you are, tell them who you is, and the one or two people, because clearly, and also tell us what inspired your name. I feel them very important,
Very
cool,
strong.
For the both of y'all. Yeah,
Okay,
we start with you.
I used to be just Spitter. Yeah. Then Spitter.
Yeah.
Spitter. Then I guess I think I was trying to register rather open an account or something.
Okay.
Then I saw another Spitter. Hey, mazee, I was heartbroken. I was young.
You were young.
Ne mazee nikasema guy, mchukua jina yangu noma.
Yeah, daggers to the heart.
Yeah, so I had to find what is it that I'm going to ongeza hapa mbele to make it then it's just me. Then I did a summary of all the pieces I was done at that time, and all of them had that line, like connecting all the dots that they were revolutionary pieces.
Yes.
I was like, mbona nafikiria sana.
Revolutionary.
Pap.
There you go.
As fast as that.
Yeah.
Nika change kila kitu.
And the revolutionary Spitter was born.
Yeah. Actually, and the Spitter is just from a guy who told me, Budona is a spit.
Okay, so you took it.
I took it.
You took it.
Yeah, because I didn't even know what I was doing. So mse akakaa akacheki mtu nadu kitabu yangu ya mapoetry nikiwa high school then. Budona is a spit.
Kali sana.
Sasa sifikirie sana.
Na ndio juni kajipa. And you are a poet.
I'm a poet and an actor. I also write.
Okay.
Na vitu vingine ndogo ndogo hapa.
Various. Awesome.
Ukiita stakata.
Sawa. Karibu sana Power Radio.
Asante sana.
P the P. Pet the poet.
Okay.
Yes.
So my name, they're just initials of my M-Pesa name. For those who sent me M-Pesa, my name is Philip Ekesa Tangara. So I was starting out, I was thinking I should call myself Philip Ekesa Tangara, but I looked at it and thought that's by the time wanamaliziwa jina to audience ishachoka. Welcome Philip Ekesa Tangara. That's a very long name. So I decided I'll just use the initial PET. So I used to call myself PET, but then again watu wakachoka kusema PET, so I just started saying Pet. And I embraced it. And also I thought it from an angle of you see, pets are kind of loyal, so it's also my loyalty to the craft of poetry. Like I'm a big fan of dogs. And I believe dogs are very loyal, man's best friend. So, so me calling myself that is like showing the loyalty to the craft, poetry at large and everything.
Gotcha.
Exactly. And also because you could pet words.
Sure. Today I will snap my fingers. All right. Sawa. Karibuni sana. And so, I mean, as you guys know, the 25th of November annually kickstarts the 16 days of activism against, gender-based, sexual and gender-based violence against women and girls. And something that you guys are putting together, you've put together the production dubbed Woman Experience, which is a production about the same issues of GBV. So could you kindly help our audience know what exactly the Woman Experience, first of all, what was the inception story? How did you guys come up with this production? And what will it be about looking like?
So actually I call it the first installment. of Woman was a body of work, was an EP.
Okay.
I did February 14th actually. Time to
On
your
Valentine. Hey, my lover boy.
Lover boy
Guys,
in the
Lover
house.
boy.
I got you.
Hey.
Yeah, so the Toyota. I think the march had recently happened.
Okay. Yeah,
Around that time.
around that time. The End Femicide March?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
So I did that, and then because I didn't have the opportunity to like move it along, me being a performing poet, nikasema hey, lazima at some point niweke stage. So later on I got the chance to have it on stage on August 25th. Then it became the Woman Experience.
Okay.
So what it is those pieces I did kwa the EP. Of course now incorporating the brilliance of other poets and actors.
Yeah.
And it had flesh now.
Right.
So it's storytelling through our poetry. We infuse scenes where we are acting and there's music in between. So it's an experience because it gives you like a whole what's it called, 360 kind of experience.
Yeah.
But then we are telling stories of GBV and just trying to champion for safer spaces for women to exist and thrive.
Yes.
Yeah, because it came from a point of ni kitu mimi mwenyewe nilikuwa sija experience what's the word, first hand.
Okay.
But kuna place nilikuwa na Katie and my immediate neighbor alikuwa na go through that. So every other night niko nasikia anachapwa alafu mazee niko helpless namsaidiaje mazee alafu majirani wako tu wamezoea
complicit. Yes.
Because I was new to that place. So niko naweza zusha alafu iko mimi ndo msembaya mimi nigeuziwe
manze
so
kwani unamtaka
exactly because actually by the time I was living there the dude was looking at me very funny alikuwa buda kwani because the chicks sometimes would come to my place and like ask for food.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was that bad. Yeah.
Huh?
So because I'm a truthful man.
A true speak.
Yeah. Kama nilikuwa naona nilikuwa namsaidia but sasa kaanza keti vibaya. Uzuri I left that place before
things
blew up.
Good.
But I was like, mazee, kumbe kitu kwa hivi. But I couldn't do anything then. What can I do now?
Right.
Nikakumbuka mimi uko msanii by the way. Nikakumbuka.
It hit you.
And then now I just
offered
my voice to be part of the initiative.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. So why Woman Experience? I love the word play.
Okay. Yeah. First because it's for women.
Yes.
But now the woman to woman, the mine is a possessive pronoun.
Right.
Just to show that it has two sides to it. Just to show that whatever you're going through, I'm taking it as my
taking ownership.
Ni yangu pia auko peke yako. And also because around that time on Twitter, Twitter
whatever,
bro.
Elon Musk
was there's a lot of men versus women, a lot of you men versus women. But I don't think like the enemy is violence. The enemy is not men or women. The enemy is violence. So just trying to contribute voice what are the boy child, what is the boy child saying? Because already voice ya wanaume ilikuwa sharibiwa na watu ambao walikuwa wanabonga mbaya waki victim blame. Nikasema mazee tuna cause rift instead of just trying to also contribute to the positive voice of the dudes who actually see what's going on from the other side. So then the woman is just to show we are together in this.
Right.
It's also my responsibility.
Yes.
Yours is mine.
Yeah. Wow. Pet, riding on the same thing that PR is talking about, men talking and speaking up against issues, that face women, and most of the perpetrators of violence against women and girls is men. So why was it important for you as a poet to also offer your truth and your voice to this woman experience, and why is it important for us for men to offer their allyship for this very noble cause, and saying that, by the way, we have been in the back burner for a very long time, but now men have to also speak up against these social injustices?
Okay, so from my angle of view, I've grown up in a family that just has boys. I don't have a sister.
Okay.
So a family of 5 boys, a father and a mother. And from how I've grown up, we love our mother to death. Yeah. It's I grew up knowing this is how women are treated because of the love we've had for her growing up, seeing how my dad treated her, with respect, with everything. So that's how I've learned that's how women are treated, because I believe the family is the basic unit of how we come up. So the issue of gender-based violence is something that it was a foreign concept to me. I've come to know about it as an adult thing. Now knowing that actually people hit women, it's a very foreign concept to me. So when Peter approached me with the idea of the woman experience, I was thinking, as an artist, it's good. And as men, as an artist first, and as a man first, and also as an artist, it's a very good space for me to be in because I've grown up in a very loving family, seeing how my mom treated my dad, seeing how we respected our mom and everything. So that's how I expect women to be treated. And so I come out here and I find out that this is not the case. It's there are places where actually women are hit by their lovers, by the intimate. There are intimate forms of gender-based violence, and there are also non-intimate where women are just beaten with people who they've met on the road, sexual violence and stuff. These are stuff that I think in the family setup, I was kind of, due to the love that I grew into, I was kind of shielded from such kind of stuff. I did not know such stuff happening. But now coming into the real world and actually understand, okay, this is the thing. People can hit their wives, people can hit their girlfriends to the point that they kill them. So it was a very foreign concept to me, and I'm thinking, why would someone do that? I mean, I believe we should have emotional intelligence and stuff. So having this show is kind of me contributing as a man and as an artist to put the word out there and just kind of help protect our daughters and also teach our sons.
Right.
I believe that is it, because I also fear having a daughter because I don't know how daughters are raised. Because I've not grown up with a sister and it's been a house of men and you know how boys are raised. It's very different from how women are raised. So it's also me putting myself in that space, trying to get to know how things out there, how a girl's raised, how do we protect our daughters, how do I get to learn from this show, how do I, because the show also has actresses in it, so I get to hear their side of the story, hear their experiences, and also get to know how I contribute to that. So that's why it was a very important thing to me, due to the fact that I've grown up in a fairly household that has men.
Safety.
Yeah. It's very safe. And I usually used to know this is how women are treated. That's what I know. That's what I knew growing up. And then I come out here and I have to unlearn all that and know actually this is not the norm. Usual what happens. It's not the normal. There's a new normal out here. And we need to make it as abnormal as it can. And try to teach our sons and protect our daughters. Exactly.
And you speak about teaching our sons, and it's something that the president was able to talk about when he was giving his State of the Nation address last week. He said that, he said that his government is giving 100 million to the ending femicide, and he also said that we need to start having conversations as a government on how to raise our boys, to start seeing women and girls as humans first, so that, because by the time you're violating someone, you've dehumanized them first. That's the only way. So there's this other concept that I want us to talk about, which is toxic masculinity, and I want to hear from you, Peter. What are some of the narratives that you hear when you're talking to your boys, maybe pale mtaani, and you're having, to talk about these issues of femicide and, gender-based violence against women and girls? Like, what are some of the narratives that men are talking? Are men even talking about these things? And if they are, what are some of the things they are talking about?
I think the men have grown around myself. There was, I think, like Pet, I had a very also safe. So these are things, like I said, I experienced them. Like now I'm seeing, dudes do this. Kuna watu wanaweza fikia hapa kuchapa mtu. You claim to love. So I had very little experience in what is termed as toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
Until probably when I began interacting with actual scenarios kwa ground.
Yeah.
Notice kuna wase hawapendi like watu wase hivi. And I think most of it stems from, again, upbringing, because if then you've been cultured already from home that yes, you're a man, but doesn't mean that you should talk back or dehumanize or disrespect women. Already that's how you grow up. But kuna msee probably kwa grow up ali witness there was a lot of exchange probably in the folks or in the extended family wakienda mikutano, kuna a lot of exchange,
right.
Kuna ingine hata wao waambiwa you have to beat your wife for her to be submissive, you know, and they do not know better. That's why maybe the aspect of teaching our sons comes in, because hakuna kitu ingine anajua, yeye aligrow up akiona hivyo, and probably it takes more than tweets and marches to change the people, because it's a culture.
It's a cultural thing.
It's a cultural thing.
Yeah.
It's a cultural thing, and it need maze, as we are injecting this other side of like politics and whatever, we need to also inject in
mindsets,
and promote self-love,
right.
People can exist in relationships fruitfully without the fear of unaweza mka kesho msia kumade, because statistically more than 70% of these murders are from intimate partners, husbands, boyfriends, exes,
lovers,
uncle yako, ni msetu within
people you know,
within your radius, so it's the more I do, the more I learn, the more I listen to, I hear like stories of people. Some of them are actually, they were friends of mine, but probably we not gotten that close for them to trust me with these stories, because again, it's not something people have gone to the point where they can talk about it as openly and get the support they want, because unaweza kama uniambia by the same amenitania hivi, but I mean ni kushield ama tufanye like report or whatever, na kuambia huko nitafanya nini kwake, ama you know. So I also understand that as much as there's that culture of teaching our sons to how to treat women, there should also be lessons, or rather they need to learn how to handle the whole process of somebody opening up to you, handling information, itafikia whatever authority needs to know, how to respond to these cases, because hatujui who comes on the show, anyway, this has happened,
where do I begin? Where do I begin?
So there's a lot of unlearning and learning that we need to be able to make it even a safe environment for women to exist and thrive.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. And I just remembered last week we were having an event dubbed The Scars Behind the Mask, and we had the executive director of Amnesty International Kenya, Mr. Irungu Houghton. He was giving us a keynote speech at the event, and he was giving us some very gruesome statistics there, where he said that first of all, 97 women have been killed over the past 3 months. And he was saying that only 5% of these killings are the ones that get to the media. So they are the ones that get to be reported. So we are talking about 95 cases that go unreported. And if 5% peke yake ndio inaripotiwa, and already we have 97 women. So you can imagine how many women, and I think the statistics is 1 or 2 women are killed every single hour due to, violence in the hands of their lovers, as you're saying, and in the hands of the people that are in community or in proximity with. And so for me, I think about, the deliberate course of action that you guys have taken through poetry and activism. And my question to you, Pet, would be, why should people look out for artistic expressions or spaces? First of all, what do we need to do to be able to open up the artistic spaces that disseminate this kind of information? Because you see, when it's a poetry piece, somebody can easily understand verses, because if it's a panel with maybe experts who talk very deep English and hyper intellectual conversations, we need these conversations to cut across everyone, you know. So how can we do as maybe the CSO space or activist space or just Kenyans or just humans as well, to kind of continue opening up the space for artistic expressions, that open up the space for us to engage with these conversations that matter.
Okay, they say sana ni kioo cha jamii. So I believe through art, it's easier to put the awareness out there from different facets. I'll go back to the issue where you said the government has put out like 100 million to. I feel putting out money to sort out such issues is like putting a blanket over something, because we should go back to the root cause. What's happening for us to get to this level? There's the legal framework on all these. There's, you know, some women are saddled to their partners because of economic issues. Maybe this is the sole breadwinner. Hata kama ananichapa, as long as he or she he pays the bills. Sina issue na. So I believe through art, it's easier for us to project these things, because women might also go to the police stations and they're asked, a policeman will tell a woman, where to mtu wako tukimshika bado utakuja kumtoa. So there is a lot that's happening in the background, and I believe through art it's easier for us to bring that society to a stage, and or maybe bring it in a piece and try to look at it from all the angles, as opposed to just having money put out there and we don't know what the money is going to do.
Right.
So I believe from the angle of art, it's easier for us to kind of paint the picture, the real picture in the society, and for people to actually understand, actually, before it gets to this point, this is where we are coming from. Maybe this woman is saddled with her partner because her partner is the sole breadwinner, so she feels, if I lose him, maybe things will get tough for me. So we can put out such plays that show how do we get to this point, exactly what happens so that we get to this point. So it's easier for us through art, and it's easier for us to show this thing through art on a stage, so it becomes easier for people to understand, actually this is where, because we can't know where we are going to unless we know where we are coming from. Exactly. And it's easier to tell where we are coming from through art,
right?
Because it's dramatized and everything, and it gives the real picture of what is. So that's why I feel art is a good space, other than just putting out the money there. And, once we have a budget for that, now the government just say we have a budget for that. So if these cases continue happening and we have a budget for it, what next? We just say, it's like, sinilitoa your pesa, don't, now the ball is in your court.
Right.
For me, I've already played my part. And I don't think it works like that.
To accountability. Right.
Exactly. So we need to check from the root cause how did we get here? And it's easier to paint these things through art, because as they say, sana ni kioo cha jamii.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Awesome. Right. If you are just joining us, this is the Pawa Morning Drive show. We are here with the revolutionary Spitter and Pet the Poet, and we are talking about, the role of poetry and activism in driving conversations around sexual and gender-based violence, and how can we ensure that we leverage on our artistic expressions to speak on these very pertinent issues, and even further advance the work of eliminating these very deep-rooted problems and social injustices that happen currently in our society. So in case you do want to ask a question for our two guests, kindly do so. Remember, the hashtag to use is hashtag Pawa Morning Drive. And over the next 16 years from today, we shall be having intensive conversations around SGBV. So you can still use the hashtag 16 days of activism if you want to at us as well, and we will get right into that conversation. For now, let's take a quick breather, and then when we come back, we will get into now the meat and the bones of the show. What can you expect? How do you get the tickets? What dates is the show? The Woman Experience, and to just kind of get you excited and having perspective about what you shall be paying for this very worthy and noble cause. Remember, no, not remember. Keep it Power Radio. Do not move a muscle. We'll be right back.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Power Radio.
Mighty fingers.
Jazz.
I make mountains out of molehills, and it can be quite the scene. Think about how far I've come and my life looking greater than it's ever been. If I could eat my pie in the sky, it would be just my thing. Sipping on my champagne and my life looking greater than it's ever been. My life looking greater than it's ever been. How did you rise so fast, so high, and not melt your wings in the sun? You must be Africa's son. How did you rise so fast, so high, and not melt your wings in the sun? They say you must be an African. They say you must be Africa's son. They say you must be an African. They say you must be Africa's son. You must be an African. I don't know about my haters, but they should know about me. Keep me humble, though, God. My life looking greater than it's ever been. I overflow flavor. My pockets are full of greed. Even on my worst day, my life looking greater than it's ever been. My life looking greater than it's ever been. How did you rise so fast, so high, and not melt your wings in the sun? You must be Africa's son. How did you rise so fast, so high, and not melt your wings in the sun? They say you must be an African. They say you must be Africa's son. They say you must be an African. They say you must be Africa's son. You must be an African. Jealous, don't hold me, jealous, don't hold me, jealous, don't hold me back. If you jealous, don't hold me, jealous, don't hold me, jealous, don't hold me back. If you jealous, don't hold me, jealous, don't hold me, jealous, don't hold me back. If you jealous, don't hold me, jealous, don't hold me, jealous, don't hold me back. If you jealous, don't hold me back. Jealous, don't hold me, no, no, no. If you jealous, don't hold me back. I'm saying, please don't jealous me. Please don't jealous me. I'm singing, please don't jealous me. Please don't jealous me. I'm singing, please stop jealous me. If you jealous, don't hold me, jealous, don't hold me, jealous, don't hold me back.
Niko na visa, niko kwa simu na nasikia bashi meshika. Je, kuna madem, kuna maniga, maodine wamekuja kuchachisha. sitaki picha kubabae, sitaki vita, nashikisha na mavela mabichwa, na tukishikwa jo mabel Mona Lisa. Tutoke BND twende BNB, niko DND usijam, I will be RB, I will be RB.
Mihadarati zishaanza kunidanganya hadi najishuku sana, zimelipu zimenichanganya napenda vitu si ufanya vile inafaa. Erobog na matin.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Before that was one of my favorite Kenyan artists, Mr. Tetu Shani. Spita anauliza ulienda wapi? Spita anakutafuta. Jamani, anauliza ulienda wapi? Na ulipeleka wapi Africa Sun? Because the outside weather, I don't know why Nairobi is giving London. I do not know why. Please come back and tell us where you went. And then fading out was Pogna Martin. And it's playing right here on Power Radio. This is a Power Morning Drive show. My name is Wanyoike, and I have the privilege to be in the company of two incredible artists, actors, poets, and all things in between. Mr. Revolutionary Spitter is in the building. Woot. And Mr. Pet the Poet is also in the building, and we are talking about, the role of art and artistic expression to talk against oppression. And, if you do not know, 25th of November officially kickstarts the 16 days. I was told that I said 16 years. No, it's 16 days of activism against gender-based violence, against women and girls. But we also need to talk about gender-based violence against men as well. Because that's also something that doesn't get talked about a lot, you know. Imekuwa ikikusuta mahali moyo kidogo.
Imenisuta kidogo lakini tutakuja. Tutafika.
Mutagusia. Maybe the next season will be mine. Mine. Mine experience.
Oh my God.
Man mine.
Tutajua. Men mine.
Men mine experience. No, but anyway, yes. So yeah, the next 16 days we'll be having intensive conversations and about gender-based violence, and it ends on the 10th of December, which is the culmination of Human Rights Day, which is deliberate, and the United Nations women were put it up and set it up like that so that we could start seeing and making parallels between this conversation as not only a women and girls issue but also a human rights issues as well. And so so woman experience. First of all, what can the people expect?
The people can expect a very good show.
A very good show. Oui. Magnifique.
Excellent.
I
did French, by the way.
Croissant?
Yeah, I did French.
You did?
I did French.
Wow.
I was good.
You were good.
That's Nairobi happened.
Oh, Nairobi.
Yeah, Nairobi.
Tutakutuma Paris.
Itabidi
maze. Yes.
Weather ni ya Paris.
Hii weather ina
Still
give
Paris.
to Paris. Hey, manze.
Yeah, so people should expect a good show. By good show, I mean, one of the basic elements of our show is wase wakam.
All right.
Or nekitu. Yes, there's what we're talking about as very serious. But then there are moments of the show that remind you, oh, we're still in a show.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
I keep saying, art finds a way of making the heavy light and the light heavy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because the idea is for you to come and get and realize, oh, actually I'm being educated here. Or actually there's this story I'm knowing about. So it's a beautiful show. You will sing along. You will wake up and shake a little.
All right.
You will
cry.
You will cry at some point.
Muna tupea tissues.
Yeah, we have tissues.
Okay.
We have flowers.
Okay.
Actually, the other show, everybody left with the flower.
With a flower.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. Even the dudes.
Even
in fact,
Yeah.
we gave everyone a flower.
Wakili mtu apata maua.
Exactly.
Yes.
Actually, they were very. Yeah, because men have never
They don't receive flowers apart from the grave.
Exactly. Yeah, beautiful line.
Yes.
Wewe.
Mimi ni msanii pia. Msinione tu. Msinione hapa. Msinione.
Men are dying to get a flower.
But you did it.
Nice. I see what you did there.
Yeah,
I love it.
So yeah, it's every other element of a show. You will laugh, you will cry, you will fall in love with the stories.
Yeah.
And most important of all is you get to see either yourself or somebody you know.
Yes.
Because in one of the pieces, which I think to keep our chance to kufunga nayo, says I know a woman and a soul story. Everyone knows a woman and a soul story.
Yes.
But then what do you do about it?
Right.
Yeah, you just sit with it. So,
Yeah.
So it's that coming together of all those elements. And I think from the reviews of the past show, because this is a rerun now.
Yes.
I think people deserve to come and witness what we witness.
Hey.
What we have is happening on the 12th of December at Braiban Theatres, Gitanga Road, Pale.
Say that again.
12th December.
Yes.
It's a
on Jamhuri Day. Yes.
Itakuwa pale Braiban Theatres, Gitanga Road. We have a show at 3 p.m.
Right, 3 p.m.
Yes. So they can
pull up.
Hakuna excuse ya ati tuko kazini ni holiday.
It's a holiday.
It's a holiday.
Yeah.
So utaenda wapi jamani? Kuja tu show 3 p.m. Tickets are currently we're on the advanced tickets and birds zilisha unfortunately. Ulikuwa wapi?
The early bird catches the worm.
Walikuwa maandamano.
Sema worm zimeisha.
Walikuwa maandamano. Walikuwa wana occupy. Parliament.
Yeah. So the advance are moving now at 1,200.
That's okay.
1,200. Advance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then at the gate?
At the gate it's 2K.
2K.
So if I were you.
If I were you. If I were you. And I am the you that you're talking about.
You are the you.
I am the you. Me, I will get my tickets, okay?
Grab them now.
No.
Grab them today.
Yes.
Our till number is 86 702 10.
86
702
702
10. Simple.
We will link it down on the description box so that if you want to still make your payments, you kindly do so right now.
I'm come to be part of a noble cause.
Right. You know? So it's only the one day, 3 p.m. and 6 p.m.
Yeah, 3 p.m. and 6 p.m.
3 p.m. and 6 p.m.
3 p.m. and 6 p.m.
Yeah.
So kama ni mtu wa mchana 3 p.m. is for you. Kama unapenda mausiku
6
p.m.
We've catered for you.
We got you.
Why should people come?
Because I wish I could watch that show. The thing is, when you're in a show, you can't watch it. That's
I get what
the
you
whole
mean.
thing.
Yes.
So you after the show, unakutana na watu kwa audience wanakuambia, wow, that was an amazing show. I wish I could watch it.
Yes.
And then, so that's the only thing I can tell you for you guys to come to that show.
Awesome.
I wish I could watch the show.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing we've cried about.
Yes, I just
can I for a moment step out
and just watch
step out of yourself. Right.
Yeah, then go back.
Because you know when you're in a show, you can't even peep from backstage because
that's true.
Yeah, we just sit there.
You don't get to watch the show, so you just get the reviews after the show, and you're like, people are like, that was an emotional roller coaster. It took me to a very low place, then took me back to a very high place. There's everything happening. You're like, we did that.
Okay. Yeah. And speaking of that, how does somebody prepare for a performance that is so highly emotionally exhausting like that? Yeah.
Personally,
yours.
I think us guys dealt with it as you are rehearsing.
Ooh.
Yeah, so
more therapy nini.
Yeah. Because some of the rehearsals used to break down sisi wote.
Oh man.
Because unasema kitu
and then
inakuhit. So I think by the time I get into the show, we got sort of it's a deja vu kind of thing. Yes. But even the show pia wase wali weep on stage.
Exactly.
Wow.
So you just allow yourself to be in the moment.
Right.
Yeah, but after that then you have to take a break.
Okay.
Because fortunately or unfortunately, actually should be unfortunately, as I said, I know a woman with an assault story. People in the crew also had similar stories to
so
what.
it was.
So when we were writing, alafu the day you were sharing material, I realized, hii ni story yako actually. So everybody has a personal,
touch to it.
Because, it's so even with our scripts, they were very fluid. If you because it's your story also, if you feel kuna something you want to add on to it. To make it more to hit home.
You can do that. Gotcha.
And the director was very gracious of that.
The amazing Martin Kigondu. Martin, we salute you. We salute you. I don't know whether he'll come and talk about this again, but anyway, but he's an amazing producer, director, actor, just all around thespian.
And you know, a crazy thing with theater is that the feedback is like immediate
and it's
from
direct.
screenplay. So it's
not a comment on Instagram.
Props to guys who do theater, because if you say an offending line, if somebody has something to throw to you, he can throw. And that's a feedback. You also
mshaithroiwa kitu kwa stage? Fortunately not.
Mainly through your words.
They heckled at you.
There's
sometimes people curse.
When does that throw you off?
It did for a few seconds.
And then you were
then
like,
I remembered,
bro, come back. The show must go on.
This is why you do this.
Wow.
The line is kiddo offensive.
Okay.
So malinda kupatia.
You trigger people.
You can't really control what somebody will say.
Okay.
So,
but I also guess that's part of what feeds you as a performer. Because you're getting the response, right?
Exactly.
And
that person.
Okay, so let's show up on 12th and we heckle. Tuguze murima properly. Mi kwanza nitakuwa pale front row.
Wow.
Oh yes.
But it's good. It's soft.
It's
experience.
So utakuwa hiyo up and down.
Up and down and stuff.
What do you think people will get out of the show as we wrap up? Time. Where are you running?
It's ability to hold time.
What do you think people will come out of that? Or what do you hope the show will achieve in terms of what people will come out of that place with?
First thing, it's entertainment.
Okay.
People get entertained. Second, it's creating awareness and education. People also get educated about things. People like me who've grown up in households where
safety.
Where there is a lot of safety, so they come to that show and they learn, actually, these are things that happen. This is how it goes, because it's actually, some setups are like a real house and stuff. So it's kind of brings that setup in the society to the stage, and so it's also a learning experience for people to get to know how these things happen, how people reconcile. There are people who have never been to a police station, so if they see a police station on stage, it will be actually an experience for them. So
awesome.
I don't want to give disclaimers, so people should I should not give spoilers, so people just come and see the show. But it's a whole experience.
Awesome.
Exactly.
Now we talk to the people. What do you think they will come out of that show with as we wrap up?
Mazee, kwanza, I think it is just it is an unforgettable experience. It's a moment, because it takes you somewhere. It has to take you somewhere, and then it brings you back. So I think that touch, that impact it has on you, to me is
everything.
It all is everything. The fact that you'll remember that show to at this point. I think hizo ni vitu back in away for a moment,
for a while, for a lifetime.
And that impact will make you live there, and you begin seeing these things from what you've learned from the show. Now you can identify, this is actually assault, or this, because people don't know. Actually, part of the humorous is talking about is it's a normal setup we have, but sasa you get to realize, kumbe hii huwa ni mbaya.
Exactly.
So it's the satirical approach to it that makes it funny, but we are laughing at ourselves, we are laughing at the things we take as norms, but they're actually offensive.
Awesome. Wow. Wow, that's a good place to end it, yeah?
Yeah.
Do the tickets, we get them on Hustle Sasa or where? Where are we getting the tickets?
We are open on the till number.
Okay.
86,
So I was
7210.
so soon as you get done
we
your
have
payment.
a lady on speed dial right now. Like she's
okay.
watching.
Yeah.
Like you've paid now.
Shout out to who? What's her name? What's her name?
Candy.
Shout out to Candy. Sawa.
So if you find a transaction immediately,
unapata call.
And I could text like, then if you want, she can call you.
Okay.
Tell you good morning.
Yes.
How you doing?
What's good?
Yeah.
Straight
like
from the woman.
Cool like that.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Sawa. Aki, I'm so afraid that we are out of time.
Yes.
But this has been nothing short of amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Revolutionary and Pet the Poet, for coming through on Power Radio. Not only that, giving us the privilege of your time, but also doing this, making this your life's course, using your poetry and your voice and offering your voice to speak about issues that matter.
Yeah.
I mean, we can never have enough of that. So thank you guys for the amazing work that you guys are doing.
Thank you.
And I hope, and I just pray and speak that your careers and endeavors just blow up and blossom.
Amen.
Yes, may doors open up for you guys as you continue to grow in your career. Yes, and tupatane 12th of December.
Yes.
3 p.m. mimi spendi mambo za usiku. Nitakuwa hapo gengeng ya 3 p.m. Brayburn Gitanga Road. Brayburn Theatre Gitanga Road. Pale ndipo tunakutana. Woman Experience. Kuna dress code ama tukuje tuvilivyo. Tujibambe. All right. Sawa. Alafu kuko na complimentary tickets for like people who want to come in groups. Is there such an arrangement?
Yeah, we could arrange.
We could arrange. Yeah, because mimi na Mboge.
Uko na Mboge?
Mimi na Mboge. Mboge.
Yes. Tunaongea nyuma ya tent.
Sawa, tuonane nyuma ya tent. Kama unataka hizo pia arrangement tuonane nyuma ya tent.
DM alafu atan DM.
Safi sana. Awesome. Guys, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And to everybody who was able to tune into the Power Morning Drive show, it's because of you that we get to get up every morning and do this. So thank you so much, and we hope to see you same time, same place on Wednesday, 8 a.m. till 10 a.m. Coming up next is Shiva Sessions with Miss Murote, and of course later on we have Sharia Dive by our in-house advocate, Mr. James Wanyoike. He will be talking all things legally, so you do want to skip it. Power Radio all day long. But of course it's Monday, and I have to invite you to Fitness in the Word at Nairobi Cinema from 5 p.m. Entry is absolutely free. Come and let's have a good time in the presence of the Lord. For we get to dissect what the Word of God says and talk about important things in the kingdom of God. Nairobi Cinema from 5 p.m. all the way till 9 p.m. at Fitness in the Word. Tupatane hapo majioni. Ukitaka pia kuja kunisalimia nipate. That's where I'm always at every Monday. For now, yes, 5 p.m. Pia nyinyi mmekaribishwa. Twende jamani. Let's grow together spiritually.
Yes.
Sawa.
Yes.
Bye. Thank you.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night.
Power Radio.
Back with another ba-bum, ba-bum, bum. Back with another ba-bum, ba-bum, bum. Back with another one ba-bum, ba-bum, bum. Let's get it ba-bum, ba-bum, bum. Gotta be a lane to chasing a Mary Jane. Chasing a Mary Jane to chasing a Mary Jane. Gotta be a Jane cause I really like the way your music is insane. Gotta be a lane to chasing a Mary Jane. Chasing a Mary Jane to chasing a Mary Jane. Gotta be a lane cause I really like the way your music is insane. Joe, how do you think, Joe? What can you push about this girl I know? About this girl called Mary Jane. About the way she used to kill him with the show. Kill him with the kill them pretty girl there. She got that shaku, got that katika. Every night and day, up for 4:20 p.m. Everybody say, gotta be a lane to chasing a Mary Jane. Chasing a Mary Jane to chasing a Mary Jane. Gotta be a Jane cause I really like the way your music is insane. Gotta be a lane to chasing a Mary Jane.
like to move my body like that. Okay, najua unapendanga energy drink, lakini ukitaka mali safi ende chain. Kuna manziana everything you need. Gotta break your back, gotta break your back, gotta break your back until everything don't be leveling. Girl so sweet, they be jealousy. Everything about you is so highly. I know you know they know you got nice energy. Akisonga every time, so exciting. Now what lie, you mesmerizing. Nice energy, Akisonga. That is why Mary Jane makes you feel some type of way. Gotta be a lane to chasing a Mary Jane, chasing a Mary Jane, to chasing a Mary. To chasing a Brandon, Jerry, to chasing a Kendra, to chasing a Abby, to chasing a Erika, to chasing a Lynn, to chasing a Tracy, to chasing a Dodo. Now Warembo, 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 Warembo.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.